A very good morning to you all. I extend a warm welcome to you all for the Day 2 session of FTP on Research and Innovation. Today we have resource person Dr. S.A. MohanKrishna who will be delivering content on performance enhancement indicators. I request Professor Meghavi to introduce our today's resource person, Dr. S.A. MohanKrishna.
A very good morning, everyone. I feel privileged to introduce today's session speaker, Dr. S.A. Mohan Krishna. Dr. S.A. Mohan Krishna is a person with humbleness and simplicity in approach, positively ambitious in life and ply with pragmatic thoughts. He completed Bachelor of Engineering from one of the prestigious institutions in Mysuru, Vidyavardhaka College of Engineering, VVCE in 2003. MTech in Engineering Systems from Sri Jayachamrachandra College of Engineering, SJCE Mysuru in 2010, which is presently JSS University of Science and Technology, and completed PhD from the National Institute of Engineering, NIE Mysuru in 2017. He has published over 90 papers in peer-reviewed international journals and has presented papers at Qatar and Singapore and also in various parts of Karnataka. He is in editorial and reviewer board of nearly 100 reputed referred international journals, including the most prominent, namely Elsevier and Springer. Earlier, he had authorized his 3 books in the stream of engineering with the titles A Textbook on Cryogenesis, a book on illustrative problem in engineering thermodynamics, and a book for competitive examinations in mechanical engineering. He is also a research supervisor in and is currently guiding 3 research scholars. He is the recipient of NIE Gold Medal, Dr. Raj Achievement Technology Award, Bharata Ratna Shri M. Vishweshwaraya Achievement Award, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Achievement Award, Dr. S. Radhakrishnan Educational Award, Dr. Satish Dhawan Achievement Award, Shri C.V. Raman Lifetime Achievement Award, Dr. Raja Raman Award, and many awards he has won. And he is a life member and member of Society of Technical Education ISTE, Institution of Engineers IOE, Society of Automotive Engineers SAE, and Indian Society of Heating, Refrigerating and Air Conditioning Engineers ISHARE. He is also associated with Indian Cryogenic Council and Association for Ammonia Refrigeration. Apart from the profession, he is recognized amateur astronomer and freelance science writer. Astronomical Society, International Astronomical Union, Paris, Astronomical Society of India, Breakthrough Science Society, Karnataka Rajya Vignana Parishad, KRVP, Mysuru Science Foundation, Indian Academy for Sciences, Material Society, Combustion Society, and many more. Over to you, sir.
Gives me a great pleasure in talking to you all about a very pragmatic, persuasive, perspicacious topic, performance enhancement indicators. So I, Dr. S.A. MohanKrishna, Associate Professor in the Department of Mechanical Engineering of Vidyavardhaka College of Engineering, wish to share many thought-provoking and astounding thoughts pertaining to this very interesting and electrifying topic, performance enhancement indicators. Dear friends, you may be wondering, what exactly is this? Where is the need for bringing this particular subject or topic in the platform research and innovation? Anyhow, in the previous talk delivered by the expert Dr. G.B. Krishnappa about the topic intellectual property rights, in continuation with that, I am bringing this topic performance enhancement indicators. Dear participants, we are all into teaching fraternity. Being a teacher, it is a supreme responsibility to know many sagacious thoughts that leads to better efficiency and effectiveness. Teacher or teaching, the profession, is a profession wherein it teaches other professions. Bearing this thought in mind, the topic performance enhancement indicators will really help us to know various topics wherein we can become expert. In any academic institution, for any teacher or any facilitator or an instructor, the word performance is very important. You all know a simple apodem quoted by the great Sir M. Vishweshwaraya: do or die, or perform or perish. Invariably, do or die that leads to quit India struggle, but perform or perish is the current apodem wherein every teacher should greatly follow that. How exactly is it possible to enhance our performance? As said in the beginning, without having proper performance for any teacher, he will be a waste in any institution. Therefore, in this occasion, we should know what are all the various performance enhancement indicators that will help for any individual to be very successful in his or her career. Fine. Let me start the suggested topic, the performance enhancement indicators, the various thought-provoking ideas or aspects in this particular topic. From time immemorial, education and knowledge have become synonymous for teaching and learning. It is not just in the year 2000 or 2010. Teachers have imbibed many astounding attributes to excel as a teacher. From time immemorial, as I said, education and knowledge, they are the two emblems for learning and teaching. A learner can invariably become a teacher. On the other hand, a teacher is a continuous learner. When we start the particular session, it is the time to project the first image of this topic, performance enhancement indicators. You all may be wondering whether this resource person is bringing the historical perspective. Yes, directly jumping to any topic will not help us to understand the exact essence of the topic. When we just see to this image, he is none other than the inventor of shorthand, Sir Isaac Pitman. In 1840, he had a strong notion in bringing the education system in a very comprehensive manner. We are all well accustomed or habituated to physical learning or offline learning. But due to the ongoing pandemic COVID-19, we are all well acclimatized with online learning. There is offline and online, they're all very much proportionate and they'll be sailing in the same boat. In the current era, they are all very well habituated to online learning. But during 1840, people were not aware about the online education system. But please remember, they were not using the class online learning, they were using the term distance education. This great personality, Sir Isaac Pitman, was the first person responsible for initiating the idea distance learning back in 1840. From 1840 till date, people have been very well accustomed to distance learning, wherein they are pursuing their post-graduation career very fruitfully and successfully. After 1840, many of the top profiled universities encouraged distance learning, wherein every teacher was in a position to enhance his or her performance very elegantly and eloquently. Moving on to the next image. Dear friends, he is a world famous American psychologist, B.F. Skinner. Whereas Frederick Skinner, he was responsible in introducing or coining the term online. Back in 1954, till date, we are all very much successful in imparting education through online education system. So it is better to remember the names, two top prolific names, Isaac Pitman and B.F. Skinner. You all may be wondering, all right, other than these two world famous personalities, do we have any other historical perspective regarding online education system? Taking on to the current scenario, I'll be projecting the thoughts in a very persuasive manner. Okay, offline education system, as everyone is aware of the style of functioning, I need not have to emphasize that. Now we are all used to online education system. The two terms what we are currently practicing are MOOC, and the other one in the Indian education system, Swayam. Other than that, we have many other prolific online system, education system, wherein very persuasive learning system can be imparted. When we come to this online education system, as clearly mentioned, we need to know the existing prerequisites or, on the other hand, the benefits of online learning system. We're all used to physical system wherein we will be having a face-to-face contact. We will be having the privilege in interacting with the students in a very comfortable and convenient manner. But in the present year, 2020, people are in the state of pandemonium. They are helter-skelter. Even students may not be in a position to cope up with the online education system. But we need to peep over whether this online learning or virtual learning has benefits in the current scenario. Friends, just now I spoke about the prerequisite of online education system. I spoke about the contributions of Sir Isaac Pitman and the other psychologist, B.F. Skinner. The online certification courses came into existence after 1999. Many of the great education reformers or many great academicians like Damien Diamond, Michael Strandel, Jim Grew, Steve Wheeler, Michael Moore, Sir Walter Perry, and many other people created an essence for imparting education through online platform. Nowadays, we have n number of online platform wherein we can have information in a very convenient style. But friends, I am speaking about 2 decades ago. 1998, 1999 was a time wherein people started imparting information about online education system. Okay, just now I mentioned about the abbreviated form MOOC, Massive Open Online Learning. That is the acronym for MOOC, wherein globe-wide this is gaining popularity. In the current scenario, people will be in a position to convey the information very elegantly through a comfortable and a convenient online platform. I mentioned yet another Indian based online learning system, that is Swayam. It is invariably Swayamvara for students and teachers to know the information through online platform. Like this, we have many other virtual learning system wherein education is greatly highlighted or emphasized. Moving on to the next image. Friends, the main topic that is assigned to me is performance enhancement indicators. You all may be wondering, anyhow, you are into the teaching fraternity. To excel as an excellent teacher in our career, based on the current situation or scenario, how we can enhance our performance in a convincing way. Dear friends, even though we are following the traditional style of teaching, we are supposed to have transformation. Sticking on or adhering to the same style of teaching will not fetch any sort of fruit. Therefore, we need to be aware of few indicators, few prominent indicators wherein it will strongly enhance the performance of an individual. Fine. I told about the essence of online education system. There are many benefits. Nowadays, it is the time to reduce the cost. Effective time management is very important. Then reachability or accessibility. Earlier, we were following a traditional style of teaching. That is very important. Even in future, we will be followed. Additionally, this online education system will make an individual very strong in all directions. So, friends, we shall try to know more about the performance enhancement indicators, wherein it will boost our strengths in a very decisive manner. Okay, it is a time to know about the benefits of e-learning. I told in the beginning of my talk, after 1999, stronger impetus were laid to online education system, wherein most of the nations started encouraging online education system. Indians, we being very traditional, we are following the conventional style of teaching. In spite of odds, we are adhering to online education system from past 10 to 15 years. But you will be wondering whether this will strongly enhance the performance of an individual. Will it be really beneficial? As I said in the beginning, from 1999, people started projecting the importance of e-learning. Electronic learning is a beneficial tool wherein we can save many things. Nowadays, time management is very important. Because of the hectic schedule, it may not be in a position to effectively manage time. In that regard, this e-learning process will be greatly resourceful for many people. Currently, or in the present scenario, based on this existing or eventuating problem, almost 10% of people are well acclimatized to e-learning. We should be really grateful to educationist Eric Robert Korb, wherein he coined the term e-learning. So this e-learning from 1999 till date, it has segregated many benefits for us. You just see to this image wherein you will get some of the benefits of e-learning, variety of programs, self-paced learning, career advancement, reduced cost. See, when we just have a comparison with physical or face-to-face learning, we will have more benefits when compared to that. But we have to execute in a very professional way. That is what many will expect. Okay, this is yet another image wherein it will focus information about the effectiveness of online classes. The first performance indicator, what I am projecting. Earlier, I could highlight the importance of e-learning process or online education system, which is one of the main performance indicators for a teacher or a facilitator. But now, you'll all be wondering, is it possible for us to enhance the efficiency of a learner in a professional way? Does e-learning or online education system have the potential to enhance the effectiveness? Invariably. As I said, it has to be executed in a professional manner. While we adopt online education system, the skill or the competence will invariably improve. Reachability. Face to face, there may be limits or limitation, but as we are all organizing many now, we would have definitely imbibed some of the resourceful benefits through online system. So skill and competency are the key for any instructor or facilitator in imparting information through online platform. Undoubtedly, for a teacher or for a facilitator, this online education system will help the students reach in a comfortable way. But there are some technical snag in conveying the information that we shall see to in the future. But initially, we shall know the benefits in a very convincing or an authoritative manner. Okay, this image will help us to know the advantages with online learning. This particular topic is greatly adhering to the present scenario. Just speaking about the conventional style, it may not help you. Since in 2020, we are experiencing the ongoing pandemic COVID-19. What are all the suggestive tips that will help an individual to know about the importance of performance enhancement indicators? That is the main objective of my presentation. Fine, friends, you just peep to this advantages with online learning. You just move from this global reach. Reachability or accessibility is very important nowadays. In a very limited time, we will be in a position to reach people without any difficulty. So that is the main advantage in knowing about online learning. Next, support content. Then perfected lectures. Then, moreover, additionally, we will be in a position to invite the team of experts wherein it is possible for us to have panel discussion in a very convincing manner. Nowadays, submissiveness is very important. A very humble approach, very meaningful approach is always encouraged. That is why in online learning system, it is possible for us to encourage n number of experts wherein reachability or accessibility is a key factor. Later on, continual learning. Sometimes online learning system may cause fatigue among the people. In spite of that, just when we segregate the ideas, it may be in a position to have continuous learning for the learners. So friends, when we just see to this, it will be in a position to get many advantages concerning with online learning system. Okay. After knowing the salient advantages of online learning, we will get more thoughts regarding this. In the current scenario, the physical contact is completely surpassed. Many are worried about their career. In spite of that, people are in a position to have wonderful support, lead to a comprehensive way of learning. You just say to this, from online learning system, we will be in a position to know many thought-provoking ideas. One will be in a position to learn about whiteboard for annotations. Next, polling. Then one will be in a position to understand the use of audio and video during face-to-face contact or physical contact. It was not in a position to have interaction instantaneously, but during online learning system, in spite of lecturing or continuous talking, people will be in a position to send instant messages. Position to learn the art of screen sharing. Friends, you just remember, many may have a notion that even I had in the beginning, let me strongly agree. But now, since I am very much used to the style of online education system, I will be very convenient when compared to face-to-face contact or physical lecturing. These benefits they may not get in the physical style of learning. We cannot surpass or overcome conventional style of learning. That is very important, but we don't know what may be in the future, what will happen in the future. We should be in a position to accustom to any state of eventuality. That is why this topic is strongly projected. Okay, we are getting many thoughts about the online or virtual learning that will help us in enhancing the performance. The software and the hardware during online learning is very important. We may incur with many problems. The main important information is if we need to have an established online learning system, internet connectivity is very important. Whatever bandwidth that shall be maintained in our system, we have to manage it very effectively. So regarding that, we should be in a position to operate these settings in a very lucid manner. So that is why Just knowing the importance or the relevance of online learning system will not be important. We should be in a position to operate any suggested online platform very successfully. You all know that the worldwide, we are using many online cloud meeting app. It may be Zoom, Cisco WebEx, Google Meet, GoToMeeting, Microsoft Teams, and many more apps. Just adhere to one or two apps, learn the importance of the cloud meeting app, try to operate in a very successful manner. This is the time for learning. Even though a teacher is trained, some may be self-trained, it will be the right platform for us to know about the technological relevance of many online cloud meeting apps. So just knowing the importance, friends, it will not help us. There are many more things to know about the relevance of online learning system. Okay, two more images I will show wherein you will get to know about the networking process. What exactly will help us to have strong connectivity in internet? So that is very important. So when we start discussing it, so these images will project some ideas about how exactly we can maintain the connectivity, networking, tracking, and establishing strong communication between the presenter and the audience. That is very important. Okay, friends, now we shall try to know more performance enhancement indicators. So the first one was virtual learning process. Nowadays, you all know that people are experiencing the ongoing pandemic COVID-19. Let me tell the information on a lighter side. Globe-wide, there may be nearly 50 to 60% of the people experiencing COVID-19, but the count of COVID patients have surpassed the number of webinar. If the count in a particular location is 1,000, the number of webinar conducted in a particular location may be about 2,000 to 3,000. So it is the era of webinar. Earlier, people were accustomed to seminar. That was just the physical contact or face-to-face interaction between the facilitator and the learner. But now it is the epoch of webinar. I revealed a name, Eric Robert Kahn. He was the initiator of online learning system in 1999. He was the person responsible for coining the term webinar. Seminar, it was absolutely face-to-face. But now what is this webinar? Web clearly projects the idea about the connection. Web is very important. NAR meaning the presentation. So the convey of information purely depending on the connectivity of internet. That is what webinar is. So from 1999 till date, webinar has become exceedingly popular. In India, people were used to webinar after 2015, but you just see to the statistics, you will get the astounding benefits of webinar, educating existing and potential customers. You see to the percentage, lead generation, next building a strong position on the market. The next aspect, converting new contacts, making new contacts, and eventually making a webinar recording. This is very important. Earlier, we were following conventional style of teaching, even though it was in a position to get it recorded. But now, whichever cloud meeting software or app we use, you will be in a position to record in a very euphonious manner. you can clearly understand the exact art of communication of the presenter, whether it will be reachable to many people or not, that we can analyze. So friends, please remember webinar in the era of 2020, it is amazing. Webinar have gained exceedingly good popularity or recognition globe-wide. Okay, the first performance enhancement indicator for any individual getting adhered to online education system. The next one, it was webinar. We have many benefits. Any of the virtual learning system you take up, you can improve the art of communication. So exactly for a human being, art is very important. For any communicator, without the art of communication, he will not be in a position to excel as a very popular public communicator or speaker. The next performance enhancement indicator. Normally in any academic institutions, we will encourage for faculty development program. Friends, just in the class faculty development program, it will lead to many thoughts. You'll all be wondering, in many of the academic institutions, every day, the institution will be in a position to give wide propaganda for FDPs. Whether these faculty development programs will help in enhancing the performance of an individual, undoubtedly yes. This is an inevitable situation. If you wish to conquer the world, please friends bear in mind this faculty development program is very important for us. But what will be the benefit? Are there benefits in organizing faculty development program? Yes. Personal communication, professional communication, organizational communication, instructional communication. So these attributes we will be in a position to very strongly project in any academic institution. That is why faculty development program has become very popular in the current scenario. Just going back to the historical perspective, in 1982, Sullivan, Graham, and Thorpe, they were responsible for starting the idea of faculty development program, wherein many fascinating thoughts or ideas can be imparted. Okay, this flow diagram will help us to know how we can effectively organize a faculty development program. I need not have to explain why, because many are experts in the area of organizing faculty development program. Even though I am experienced in organizing faculty development programs, let me give a suggestive tip at this point. Please do not organize faculty development programs for the sake of organizing. Kindly bear in mind, there are many hot favorite topics for us in the stream of computer science, information science engineering, mechanical, civil engineering, electronics, and whatnot. Based on the current scenario, kindly select a topical topic that will help the faculty members, industry professionals, technical support, and many others. So the faculty development program in any institution will lay a very strong foundation for an individual to develop in all possible directions. So this is one of the performance indicators for an individual. Okay, immediately I wish to bring a note here. Anyhow, this should be related to research and innovation. Does organizing faculty development program help in promoting research? Definitely. Undoubtedly, I can quote that research and innovation will be brought in this particular indicator. In every indicator, I will bring the thought of research and innovation. There are many bright prospects in encouraging or organizing faculty development programs in any of the academic institutions. Okay, this image will help us to know about the flow in organizing faculty development program. In what way the faculty development program will help an individual in a very comprehensive way that we can understand by seeing to this flow process. Okay. Earlier, I told about the relevance of online education system or virtual learning. I took about the benefits of webinar, one such performance enhancement indicator for an individual. Later, I spoke about the relevance or how exactly we can project about faculty development program. Okay, next we shall move on to the other phase of enhancing performance of an individual in a very elegant style. When we see this image, we will get the information about organizing international conference. Friends, you might have organized many international conferences. Attended the international conference. Let me bring a note here. Even though you're all experienced, few information, they may not be in a position to understand why we need to organize international conference. To do so? No. Please bear in mind, I will give the connectivity with reference to faculty development program. Whatever faculty development program you are planning to organize, select a topical topic. It has to help all people in all possible directions. Bearing the same thought, you plan for organizing an international conference. Anyhow, many academic institutions are organizing, but are we encouraging the researchers from the other parts of the globe? Think that in a particular location, international conference is organized. Majority of the participants will be from the same location. What is the benefit? Friends, it is a time to explore the globe. Let me bring my own example. When I attended a conference, international conference at Singapore, Sun City in the year 2015, the experience was really electrifying. I was not having any idea about international conference. I could meet or I could see at least 10,000 people. I am not exaggerating the information. All researchers from diverse parts of the globe participated in that. That is the potential of an international conference. So selecting the bright prospect in international conference is very important. Yeah. Additionally, the selection of the theme or the topic, just emphasizing the current trends, recent trends in computer science engineering, mechanical engineering, that will not bring any light to any researcher. So please bear in mind, once again, it has to help many people. The selection of the theme, the place, then the topic, finally, how exactly we plan to organize, that is very important. So please do visit the different parts or places in the globe wherein we will get the networking. In the next slide, we will get to know the benefits in organizing international conferences. Okay, before moving to that slide, you have selected the theme, then the location, then advisory board or the technical committee, everything is done. Additionally, please bear in mind, the designing of the website is very important. I am sharing my own personal experience. When we comprehensively design when we furnish the information very meticulously in the web link, that will attract many researchers from all parts of the globe. So rather than selecting the theme location, so please see to that the design and the other detail furnished in the web link or the website should be very fascinatingly furnished. Additionally, that is not the end. How you attractively design the poster, brochures, invitation, that is very important. For any international conference, please bring the identity of the foreign researchers. Saying that we are organizing an international conference at Bombay, just inviting the plenary sessions from the Mumbaikers will not help. Please invite a very well-known researcher in that particular area, then you can project your international conference in a very convincing manner. Okay? In connection with the international conference and a paper getting selected for an international journal, that is a very important topic to be discussed. Conventionally, way back in 1990s or 2000, organizing international conference was a nightmare. Why? Because technologically it was not well advanced. People were not used to it. But now, in the year of 2020, people are well versed. He or she will be in a position to encourage any sort of thought in a very attractive manner. Reachability is very easy. Then accessing people will be a very simple task for us. We can overcome difficulty or cumbersome thought there. But what is the present attraction for organizing an international conference? Rather than the theme, the selection of the place, then the design of information in a website, then whatever it may be, whoever researcher wishes to present a paper, the accepted paper will be published in a very reputed international journal. That is how they can attract people for presenting a paper in an international conference. That is the new style of function what we are following after 2020. Fine. What sort of research papers we need to take up? That is the next performance enhancement indicator for an individual. Earlier, I spoke about the relevance of online education, the importance of webinar, next, the relevance of faculty development program. Next, I spoke about the significance of international conference. In connection with international conference, churning out research papers in journals have become a big deal for an academician. Not only an academician, for any researcher, he or she should be very proficient. He or she should be very astute enough to churn out a paper in an international journal. Now, for about 5 minutes, we shall peep to the information about what sort of quality papers we should churn out for an international conference or a journal. Okay, before going on to the benefits, you will ask, what sort of international journals we need to identify? Anyhow, presenting information in an international conference globe-wide, that is one recognition. But for those international conferences, for reputed or peer-reviewed international journals, how we can bring out an idea in writing a research paper. Anyhow, that is one of the next topics wherein a research person will be in a position to deliver a lecture. But in my presentation, please bear in mind, friends, just publishing papers will not be very important. We have to publish an high quality paper. The count may not help us. The That is not important for us. Please bear in mind, if you wish to become a very prolific researcher, publish just one paper in a year, that to a Scopus Index journal or an Elsevier linked publication, Springer, or Science Citation Index. We have many scientific indicators wherein one or the other person will know about the relevance in churning out research papers in the international journals. So please bear in mind, before you send a paper or communicate a paper to international conference, you see to the importance of it. Whether the international conference will bring a strong highlight or strong focus in your research area, that is important. In connection with that, turning out a good paper to a very prolific journal is very, very important. When we just see to this slide, we will know the benefits of open access and open data. When we start speaking about the benefits of research publications, the selection of a good international journal, it will take a lot of time. There are many, many fascinating thoughts and information to know about international journals. I just gave a highlight. You should see to the indexing agencies. I strongly mentioned that in the current scenario, one such agency wherein everyone is strongly accentuating on that is Scopus Index Journal. So many journals have been linked towards the Scopus database wherein please see to that carefully and start publishing that. Okay. We will be in a position to see two images wherein we will get how exactly a research paper will be communicated to a journal, how selection process is made, and how they will be in a position to review that and ultimately whether the paper is rejected or accepted, we can understand. So this flow diagram will understand the process wherein how exactly a research paper to an international journal or a national journal is reviewed. This is yet another image wherein we will get the information in simplicity. For any academic institution, friends, please bear in mind, research publications have become a strong indicator. When people come for assessment, particularly from accreditation board or assessment board, first and the foremost thought wherein it will be projected is research publications of an individual. So let me strongly accentuate that this is one of the main performance indicators, enhancement indicators for any academician. Organizing FDP, good. Organizing international conference, fabulous. Attending webinars or organizing webinar in the current scenario, excellent. Additionally, which will strongly help you to improve your performance or enhance your performance in a very convincing manner, it is undoubtedly research publications. You have few more information regarding this. Friends, I gave a thought about churning out a research paper for an international conference or writing a paper for an international journal. Just getting published in an international journal will not help us. Earlier I mentioned about some information regarding international journal, but this slide will help you to know the list of journal indexing agencies. Earlier, we would have been very happy that his paper or her paper is published in an international journal. That was a great recognition to him or her. But now that is not just so. We have unpaid and paid journals. You all know that. Additionally, what is the focus you need to bring in? Please see to the journal indexing agencies. We have many indexing agencies. It may be Index Copernicus, JGate, Doge, Google Scholar. In addition to that, which is very prevalent, it was clearly emphasized we are giving importance for Scopus index journals. That is the wide embracing thought for any researcher. Additionally, we have Springer, Science Citation Index Expanded, and many more. But these three are very prominent among journal indexing agencies. Just publishing 20 papers in a very unrecognized international journals, it is a different thought. Getting one best paper in a Scopus Index journal, that is a different thought. So please think over how you can effectively plan for this. Fine, we have some more information to gather. You may be wondering suddenly why this resource person is deviating from the topic. Dear friends, in understanding the essence of publishing research papers in international journals, you should know some historical importance. This image is none other than the originator of Science Citation Index, or a well-known term in a research area, impact factor. Just seeing to the list of agencies that will index a paper in an international journal will not help us. Few researchers or many researchers will see to the impact factor. Whether the impact factor of an international journal is very high or low, that is what the thought, what in the current scenario people are projecting. He is the person responsible for coining these terms. He is none other than Sir Eugene Gelly Garfield. Never forget the prominent promulgator of these thoughts. Fine, just telling this information leaving will not help anyone. Let me complete the information. So, Sir Eugene Gelly Garfield, an American educationist, is regarded as one of the founders for biobibliometrics and scientometrics. What are these high frequency terms? Bibliometrics and scientometrics. So majority may not be in a position to understand that. I told a term impact factor. For every journal, impact factor will be calculated. So that impact factor is normally one of the scientometric index wherein it shall be calculated numerically. Sir Eugene Gelly Garfield gave a thought about how to effectively calculate the impact factor of a particular international journal. Please remember the definition of this. This is very important for any researcher. If you wish to publish any paper in an international journal, kindly learn the terms associated with that. Normally, how we will calculate impact factor? It is the number of citations reported in journal citation reports to the number of references made in last 2 years. In a very simple mathematical way or interpretation, number of citations to number of references. So this is how you will be in a position to calculate impact factor for any journal. Also, I wish to bring a strong note here. Suppose a journal has a very high impact factor. Do not think that that international journal is supreme. Many of the Elsevier-based international journals have very low impact factor, but the potential of journal is amazing. For every journal, impact factor plays a dominating role, but that is not alone very important for us. Fine. Additionally, we need to know some information regarding that. The person, Dr. Rajkumar, will give more thoughts about it. But in my presentation, yet another thought I need to bring for your attention so that will help in enhancing performance of any individual in a very prolific manner. I was speaking about impact factor. Which are all the other scientific indicators a researcher should have? Friends, just seeing to impact factor for any journal will not be important. It should be bibliometric index, ecological index. So if we know these information, then definitely it will help us in bringing many thoughts for a researcher in a very perspicacious and persuasive manner. That is all what we need to know about the performance enhancement techniques. Fine, friends, we have two more thoughts. Let me complete that. In the beginning, I told about the relevance of online education system. Next, relevance of faculty development program. Next, I spoke about international conferences. Then webinar. Later on, we could see some thought about the publishing papers in peer-reviewed journals, high prolific journals based on the importance of scientific indicators. In addition to this, we have three more ideas that will definitely lift our morale or boost our morale in a very staggering manner. Which are those three? Nowadays, online certification courses have become very prominent. Before moving on to the next two indicators, let me speak for about 2 to 3 minutes. Dear participants, online certification courses will make you a very strong individual. Let me once again quote my example. I am not just exaggerating myself. I was in a position to successfully complete 1,500 online certifications. This is not just I am boosting the information. By own experiencing, I am sharing my thought. There are very good or very suggestive online courses wherein you can spread the knowledge in a very convincing way. Some of the online certification courses that will strongly help you to enhance your thought are the first and the foremost, Coursera. Coursera is which is absolutely free. You can earn information. You can learn in all possible directions in a very, very effective way. You find n number of courses in that particular subject, Coursera. That is one of the most resourceful online certification course in the current era. Additionally, we have Linda, Alison, Udemy, Udacity, then Google Garage. And in addition to these, we have 10 more online certification courses wherein we can definitely excel as a successful individual. So this is not just exaggeration. This is the fact. So friends, online education system will help us to become a very prolific individual, and you will have the potential to speak in a very authoritative way. Even though that face-to-face education system or physical contact, it led to many possibilities, but The current style of functioning has changed. We have to accustom to that environment. Fine friends, I hope I have given many information. Two more thoughts I wish to share with all participants are writing research proposals and getting projects. These two will definitely make you to have wonderful accessibility with many knowledgeable people. Nowadays, an individual can succeed in many ways, particularly a teacher. He need not be in a technical institution or in any degree college. Please bear in mind, even a high school teacher or a primary school teacher have many facets to excel in all possible directions. One such performance enhancement indicator, in addition to all above I mentioned, please bear in mind it is writing research proposals. It will definitely fund an institution from your wonderful thought. There is no, so you can definitely strewn your knowledge in all proclivities wherein it can definitely judge your potential. So friends, kindly bear in mind, in the current scenario, just you are a teacher, you will have no value. Teaching is one part. In addition to teaching, you should have the potential to enhance your performance in very convincing way, which are all the convincing way that will help to excel as a fruitful teacher or a facilitator. These are all the performance indicators. Yes, nowadays, in addition to teaching, any professor or a teacher who is very successful in getting research proposals or grants for an institution, that will not just make him a strong individual, that will even help people or that will even help institution to progress in a very prospective manner. So you may question me, which are all the agencies, funding agencies that will help an institution to be strongly funded? Let me show that information. These are the prominent funding agencies of India wherein they are strongly helping all academic institutions. To bring few ideas to you, the first and the foremost is All India Council for Technical Education. The next one, very important, Council of Scientific and Industrial Research, CSIR. Then you will get many project proposals and funding from DRDO. You all know that this is one of the prestigious sectors, defense sectors, wherein that will help many high profile institutions. Defense Research and Development Organization. Additionally, we have Department of Atomic Research Energy, followed by many other funding agencies. This is not just viewpoint. I am strongly projecting that these are the funding agencies of India. Kindly plan in a very organized manner to write strong project proposals and get your institution funded. This is very important for an individual nowadays. Fine, you'll all ask me. We told about the importance or the elegance of research funding, but you all will question me, what sort of benefits do we get in getting research grants for an institute? This image will project many thoughts. Nowadays, institution alone can never progress. It should have strong networking or hierarchy with many industries. So establishing Industry academia interaction is very important. Without setting any precedent with industries, it is not possible for any institution to progress. So please know the benefits of international research collaboration. What are the benefits? Large project experience. So any individual without having experience in executing a project will be useless. So please bear in mind large project experience. Next, access to knowledge, sharing experience, funding leverage. Any institution, if it is accredited, please bear in mind funding is very important. Science diplomacy, higher global profile. An institution just recognized in a region will not help us. It has to proliferate globe wide. That is why establishing stronger link with industries or high profile or premier institutions globe wide, it is very important. Lastly, creation of new networks. This is all related to research and innovation. So at the end, I will summarize the information. Other than the funding agencies of India, do we have agencies globe wide? Yes, friends. We have one such German agency that when you just Google the information, you'll get to know many information. This is one of the leading funding agencies globe wide. So please bear in mind, getting funds, it may be a ordeal for us, no doubt. You cannot just try for an ordinary agency or a private agency. In addition to private, we have to try for government or non-governmental or globe wide. So getting fund is a big risk or an ordeal for any individual, but there is no other go. It is highly inevitable for any researcher nowadays. Fine. Additionally, we have many benefits in getting research funding or getting funded projects for any institution or organization. My friends, now I am coming to the end of my presentation, but abruptly ending, it will not throw any light for you. I have to comprehensively summarize the information. The topic suggested to me was performance enhancement indicators. This is for an individual. How we can eloquently grow to greater excellence in having successful performance, that is very important. Not just an individual, even it is applicable for institutions, organizations, or industries. But my presentation was strongly focused to the academicians and researchers. Initially, we could gain relevance of online or virtual education system. So based on the benefits of virtual education system, I could focus many performance enhancement indicators for both individual and institution, which were all the performance indicators we could emphasize. The first and the foremost was organizing and attending webinars. What sort of benefits do we get in organizing and attending webinar in the current scenario? We could understand. Next aspect, next indicator was faculty development programs. In the current scenario, that has gained utmost recognition. Next performance indicator was organizing or attending international conference. Friends, please bear in mind, yes, attending international conference in a particular location, your own nativity, that will not help. Please visit globally so that you will be in a position to improve your communication, networking, and get accustomed to that new location. Those benefits you will get it. In addition or in connection with international conference, we will get importance about the research publication. I told about how exactly we can select a particular international or national journal depending on your potential or competence. Please see to the prominent indexing agencies where your research paper gets published. I told about the relevance of Scopus database, Shimago, next Elsevier, Springer, and Science Citation Index. So any journal, if it is adhere to Science Citation Index, that will invariably boost your enhancement or boost your performance level in a very electrifying way, no doubt about it. Additionally, we could get the importance or the relevance of impact factor. There are many scientific indicators wherein you can have an identity. In addition to this, before I conclude, dear researchers, I know for all participants attending this presentation, majority may be research scholars. Friends, now only please register for turbulence. Try to have a supreme recognition with ORCID, ORCID. Try to have a separate or an individual scopus identification. So these scientific factors will help you to have wide range of networking globe-wide, not just nationally. Please bear in mind, globally you will get recognition. If you do not have the separate database in global scholar citations, please get it done today. There, it will be in a position to know about the indexing in a very authoritative manner. You need not have to browse for any information. In Google Scholar Citations, you will get complete information about your academic and professional contributions. Lastly, I spoke about the prominence of online certification courses. This is an added weightage for your profile. If you wish to improve your professional profile in an elegant style, this will help you to boost your performance. Eventually, I spoke about the two last performance enhancement indicators for both individual and organization are research funding and getting very persuasive one. Try to execute in a very, very convincing way. My friends, for about 1 hour, I think all might have engrossed in the presentation which was given by me about performance enhancement indicator. This is one of the hot topics in the area of research and innovation. Eventually, I wish to conclude my presentation on this cited topic. I profusely thank the management of Vidyavardhaka Sangha, the principal of Vidyavardhaka College of Engineering, all my adorable faculty members, participants, and very especially, I should thank the head of the Department of Information Science and Engineering of the prestigious autonomous institution, Vidyavardhaka College of Engineering, Dr. A.B. Rajendra, and other associates in giving me a fabulous opportunity in sharing my thoughts on performance enhancement indicators on the webinar pertaining to research and innovation. Friends, the last slide I wish to tell there is no end for learning. Likewise, there is no end for research. Research and innovation, they are the two emblems of educational society. Please bear this information in mind and become an excellent academician and researcher. Thank you all. Wish you good luck.